Hey, church family, I'm Austin Goen, the lead pastor at Bellevue Christian Church. And I just want to say my heart is still so full from being able to join many of you at our outdoor, socially distant, mask wearing gathering at Bain Park, where we had worship and baptisms. I had a lot of conversations with people. And I was just so encouraged by the way that so many people in our church have remained committed to this church even in a season that's difficult. That's just amazing. And even better than that, we were actually able to see 4 people get baptized even in a moment of cultural crisis. And that's just amazing. That's something worth celebrating. I want to now provide just an update about where we are with Regathering and what that process looks like. So our leadership council has been committed from the beginning to consulting the best information that we have available about COVID-19, paying attention to any and every local guideline that we have for business capacity and so on, and seeking God's will over the past 7 months. And from the beginning, we've been committed to a few different things as we think about what it looks like to phase back into our reopening for in-person gatherings. We want to make sure we preserve our witness in the local community. We want to prevent transmission of COVID-19 as much as possible, knowing that there's no risk-free way to do anything, but we can mitigate risk pretty well. Protecting the most at risk in our community and church, providing room for different response convictions as far as we're able, and preparing for any possible contingencies. And so we met together last week. We meet on the first Monday of every month, and we met together last week, and we've discerned that it's time to begin our regathering process on Sunday, November 8th. We've discerned that it's time to begin our regathering process on Sunday, November 8th. It's going to be a long process. It's not going to be like everything's back to normal on week 1, but we're going to start that process on Sunday, November 8th. In the next few weeks, we're going to provide you with more information about what that looks like, different precautions that we're going to be taking, what to expect when you arrive, service times, how to save your seat, and so on. All of that, everything you need will be available on our website, probably on the front page, but also at bellevuechristian.church/coronavirus. And I just want to say as well that our online service will continue through this season, and for the foreseeable future. We're going to continue to make that better and better as I know many people are going to need to remain home during the season for a variety of very valid reasons. And so we want to make sure that we continue to create the best experience at home that we possibly can for you. With that said, you might remember from from the end of this summer when I shared a series called Return, Rebuild, and Renew, where what I talked about is how we want to follow the pattern set by Ezra and Nehemiah as we think about what it looks like to return to in-person gatherings in our church. And here's what Ezra said that they did before the exiles returned from Babylon back to their homeland. He says, "There by the Ahava Canal I proclaimed a fast, so that we might humble ourselves before our God and do what? Ask him for a safe journey for our children, for us and our children and all our possessions." That's Ezra 8, verse 21. And we want to do the same. We want to ask you to do the same thing with us, not taking a safe journey for granted, and not just doing it in faith either and taking no precautions. That's not exactly what we're doing. But we want to invite you to join us for 24 hours of prayer and fasting. We're not by the Ahava Canal, but actually in our sanctuary, starting at 4 p.m. on Friday, October 16th, and ending at 4 p.m. on Saturday, October 17th. We're inviting everyone in our church to fast from food with us if you're able. And we're also looking for 32 individuals, couples, families, our social units, in other words, groups of friends who have already been spending time together throughout this season, to sign up for a 45-minute shift of intercessory prayer in our sanctuary using our prayer guide. We'll have 2 people at the door to let you in, but then you'll have the sanctuary to yourself. But we just want to make sure that there were other people in the building as well. And we already have 16 of those 32 shifts filled up, but we want to try to do 24 hours of continuous prayer. So we need 16 more people to sign up. And my question for you is, will you join us in this pivotal moment of intercession in the life of our church? We still have a lot of shifts available on Saturday. I think 1 left on Friday. And you can find out more about that by going to bellevuechristian.church/24 hours, and there's a link you can click to find out more. I know that it's been a hard season for our church. I've talked to many of you through this season. We've been checking in on many of you over the past few weeks to see how you're doing. It's been hard for my family, but what I'm excited, and I know that there's a long road still ahead, but what I'm looking forward to is taking the first step down that road with you on Sunday, November 8th. So hope you can join us in prayer and fasting this weekend, and then we're looking forward to taking the next step on Sunday, November 8th.